Justin Trudeau and Donald Trump are working on fixing the problem that we currently face in our country. I know Donald understands way more well than Trump. Than Trudeau, sorry. Even Donald has some understanding, some research to complete on the subject. But I've done years and years of research. We got someone here. What's up, brother? Yeah, man. It's rainy today, eh? Yeah, man. But yeah, most definitely. We have a huge native community in this area, and I'm most definitely not talking about the natives, because some of them are good, some of them are not, you know. So you do your own decision making on that. Personally, if I had the power, between me and you, I'd probably do some more regulation on the natives. I think some of them are out of control, most definitely, on the reserves. I've met some of them face to face, and I think the reserves are a great thing that we've given them in Canada. And I know that there's a lot of abuse going on in the reserves, and they used to be far worse. It used to be much far worse. It's gotten a lot better. I'm just gonna cross the street here. Yeah, it's gotten a lot better though, but it still needs some change. There's still a couple of these quote unquote stragglers that are still around, and yeah, so my position on the natives is far different than what it is on the Africans. I believe we have way too many Africans, especially in Toronto. There's just way too many Africans, and period, basically. And the same with the Muslim population. It's got to go down. I'm not racist, but at the end of the day, like, these people, even though they say they're not extremist Muslims or whatever, most of them are, and they're definitely a national security risk, both the Africans and the Muslims, for the country of Canada and the United States. I've talked to them personally, and I've heard that whole rhetoric where, oh, there's extremists and there's non-extremists and this and that and the other. But Canada and the United States were based on Christian fundamentals, and just like the Muslim revolution, the Islamic revolution happened in Iran and Iraq, what is it called? It changed the whole country for the worse. It was horrible. And we had to assassinate Saddam. We had to assassinate a whole bunch of these Muslims. And it's still going on. So that's my push. So, and right now, Donald, he's going in office, what is it called? Next year again. So we got to make sure he wins again. Because we got to most definitely get this wall up. That's, you know, it's a top priority. I want to keep all these Mexicans out of the country for sure. You don't want to get me into that. It's good, Firehawk. Yeah, I most definitely think the immigrants, they need to go. They're most definitely taking a lot of jobs, and they're also taking and raping white women and pilgrimaging our society that the Europeans have built. That's definitely got to be taken care of. I'm trying to find exactly where this place is. Let me cross here. We're gonna cross the grass here. I got a lot of viewers right now. Basically, if you go on my Instagram right now, the StacksAMilli, TheStacksAMilli. Sorry, my glasses are pretty fogged up. If you go over there, you'll be able to see I just posted a new Instagram in support of white supremacy. And I know it's a big thing to do. You think my account's gonna get banned, but actually it's a freedom of speech. I can say whatever I want, and as long as I do it right and politically correct, I'll just be fine. And we could possibly see a fourth Reich for sure. And I know that it's a word that's blocked in some on some platforms, And I'll be working to get that unblocked, because that's definitely censorship. There's definitely people in power that shouldn't be in power. I love the country India. It's got really nothing to do with the Indians. It's more about these quote-unquote Mugu people. If you do a Google search on Mugu, it's basically a fraud that these Africans commit. They've been doing it for decades. They have movies about it. Basically, there's a lot of these Africans that have came over to Canada under our immigration program, and they're really good at this Mugu. I even had to deal with one that was a law officer. He was definitely the most criminal, villainous person I've ever met in my whole entire life. And he was, quote unquote, a good person. He was so good at this fraud that these Africans commit that he even has our government believing he's a good person, and he's definitely, most definitely not. I thought there was a Canadian Tire over here, but I think it's just an auto one. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's just an auto center. I'm not going to go in the auto center right now, but I do have a plan on going in. I'm going to buy some boots soon, but not right now. Right now, I'm just going to basically do this talk. If you go on my Twitter, StacksAMilli0, you can see some more stuff. Basically, I've been doing a lot of research, you know, trying to get back to my heritage and stuff. I'm absolutely tired of the nigga culture, to be honest with you. I'm disgusted by this music that insinuates violence, drug use, the rape and torture of our women, children, songs that Birdman and Rick Ross and all these people promote. I've learned over the years this is horrible propaganda music put out by the blacks. It needs to be eradicated. It's fine, like they should be limited, to be honest. The music should be highly limited. They should be, like I said, highly limiting the people. They should be treating them as terrorist groups, and they should be taking care of business. Send in the U.S. Marshals, send in the DEA, send in the FBI, send in anybody you can and eradicate these groups, and I'm in full support of that. And I've been making great progress. Just yesterday, a black man who I thought was a friend of mine, this will relate to you maybe if you're a white individual or anything of that sort, you think, well, I trust the blacks. They're good people. I like their music. You're saying that as they're raping your mother, raping your brother, raping your children. I personally have had my mother raped by a black man recently, multiple black men, and it doesn't feel good. So I think there needs to be a change, most definitely, because these black people are out of control. I know they came out with the movie Django Unchained. Well, we most definitely need to bring these chains back, and we are. We're sending a lot of them to chain gang. Look at Bobby Shmurda. Look at Tekashi 6ix9ine. He's out of here. If Tekashi 6ix9ine gets out, there's a high chance that someone's gonna assassinate his punk ass. He's a real punk. I've met him in real life. He's a big punk, guys. His name's Danny. He's an Hispano, a racist Hispanic, from the streets of New York. He terrorized the streets of New York. From what I hear, on an economic standpoint, he simply robbed people. He wasn't into like actually making much money or nothing, like for the city, or he wasn't really like an economical guy that was making any money for anybody. It was just take, and he was getting his tattoos and buying his diamonds and this and that. Now that looks really pretty. Now you're wearing your diamonds and your tattoos and this and that, right? Which, as I'm wearing 2 diamond rings, I don't care, and I have my pearl ring on as well. But I've made it to that point where I'm able to do that without going to prison. See, Tekashi took the fast route. Bobby Shmurda liked to take the fast route. A little too fast. I like the fast route too. But you don't gotta be in a Ferrari to take the fast route. I chose a scooter, and I was taking the fast route, and that was one of my first vehicles. Was a e-scooter, a Daymac e-bike. So you most definitely don't need a Ferrari, because sometimes too fast is too fast. I'm not saying one day I won't purchase a Ferrari, because I am a fan of Ferrari and Lamborghini if I can fit in when I get a bigger one like an Aventador. But it's all about taking your time and waiting for your position, and just like the cars in the traffic, they're abiding by the speed limit. And that's why most of them that are abiding by the speed limit are going to make it to their final destination. And that's the problem with some of these Africans and these immigrants. Some of them just need to be eradicated. Yeah. So I think after Donald Trump, the country's going to change. I think Donald will go for another 4. Most definitely. We need Donald for another 4. Just like we got Trudeau in for another 4. You know, I was thinking, okay, I like this other guy that was running. I can't remember his name. I think it was Schumer. You know, he was right wing, and I'm right wing, and I kind of agreed with what he had, what his agenda was. But when I met him in person or whatever, I talked to him, and you know, he wasn't very understanding about my position or my side of things. So that's why he lost. And or not Schumer, whatever the guy's name that was going against Trudeau. What else am I gonna say? Yeah, so we got Trudeau in for another 4. We got Justin and Trudeau in for another 4, and I'm going to be pushing all the way until election day to get Donald back in, and I'll do everything my damnedest. And in that time, it's going to be a real war, guys, to get Donald in for another 4, and we need him in for another 4. I'm saying it's going to be the destruction of the country, so I need everyone's support. You got to support Donald Trump and his family. I don't care what you've heard about from these rappers. If you're a white person, you like rap music, you're Lil Wayne, it's time to make him Lil Wayne the rapper again. Stop treating him like he's the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Stop treating these people like they're gods. They're not. They're musicians that you listen to, and don't let them fill your head with garbage, because they're going to say all this negative stuff against Donald. Because, listen, if you're a big fan of Waka Flocka, he doesn't care about you at all. At all. You could buy every CD of his, you could buy his t-shirts, you could go to his show. He's only looking to rob you, kill you, and mutilate you, and rape your mother. He's a horrible individual. And now, when I say Waka Flocka, I'm talking about any one of these rappers. They really don't care about you. So don't listen to their opinion, because their opinion is only going to hurt you in the end. Because I personally met with these individuals. I used to be a huge fan of rap music. Huge fan. Spent way too much time of my life listening to rap music. Way too much time. It was a waste of time. So we got to eradicate it. So don't listen to what they say about Donald. Get Donald in. It's going back to those times. We want it back to a time of peace and serenity. You didn't have to worry about having to get shot when you're walking down the streets of Chicago. Everyone had a job. One boy would take the newspaper, one boy would take the milk. But it seems like all these black boys, all they are is robbers and drug dealers and muggers and thieves. And we need better than that in the world. And I'm not saying that Chicago is a horrible place, because there's some great writers from Chicago, some great musicians, and some great producers that were in Chicago. Barack Obama comes from Chicago, supposedly. It's a great city. Donald Trump has many hotels. But did you just see the seizure of Donald Trump's hotel? See, this is real life. And if I'm living in a real country where my president's hotel, because my president is so rich, and his hotel is being seized, then there's got to be a change. And I think Donald's got to treat it more serious. I don't think Donald has been as serious as he could. I think he could force his opinion on people, and that's what people want him to do. We want you to just force your opinion on people, man. Okay? And what I mean by that is, kind of like how Barack has really influenced Trump. I think Trump you know, he's got to listen to Barack a little bit because Barack still has a lot of power. But I think Donald, in the next 4 years, if we can make it the next 4 years, he should really put his foot down on people. And I think that's what he's going to do. And that's what we're going to do. I think the wall's going to get up in the next 4 years, most definitely. I think we're going to eradicate most of the crime in the inner cities of Miami, of New York, of Chicago, of Los Angeles, of Minneapolis, all these different, Kansas City, every city in America is flooded with this. Detroit, it's just disgusting. Detroit's not so bad now, but it's time for America to wake up. It's time for the world to wake up. And I'm woken up. So if I'm woken up, you most definitely need to get woken up now. And that's why I'm waking up everyone. So I hope that you can be in support of Donald Trump. You'll be in support of me. Eventually, I'm still a young blood. Trump's in the position of power. I'm a young individual that's looking to be in a position of power. I'm pretty powerful for my age group and my demographic. You know, and I think I'm gonna make it there one day, but we need your support. We can't do it without our people. And we don't have many of our people left. And that's the problem. And definitely in our larger inner cities, definitely a large problem. Okay, so that's all I wanted to blab off today. Let me see. It's only Sunday today, right? So it's the Sabbath day, so a lot of places are closed at the moment. A lot of places are definitely closed at the moment. I do have to go to the bank and handle some business, but I won't be able to do that until tomorrow. Simply for the fact that nothing's open right now. So yeah, basically that's my little blurb. Barack Obama, if you're a white man, don't support him, just get rid of him, you know, do everything you can. Oh, and I want to warn everyone in America and Canada and things like that. I feel like it's getting so bad that Americans need to really, and Canadians need to keep their firearm very close in their residence. And what I mean by that is, do not trust anybody, whether they be a person in a police uniform or anything. If they're trying to seize your guns or seize your stuff, you just shoot them right away, right in the head. You understand me? If they come to your house and they're spitting their black rhetoric, and then they begin to rape your wife, your white wife, or anything of that nature, you just shoot them immediately. You don't wait to call the police, because these people are infiltrates and spies. They're not, they're definitely a disguise. And I'm not saying all police officers are bad, because I think eventually I'll be in my uniform and all that. I just think that there's definitely some corrupt ones. Like I've went into detail previous about this one correctional officer. I'm not saying all the correctional staff are horrible. I recently just got through a big battle of being a political prisoner in the Canadian prison. I managed to escape. And when I say escape, I legally escaped after paying thousands of dollars to a lawyer who I'm still dealing with, who treats me like garbage in the court of law. But then he asked me for money. No, I don't think so. Chandler Chada of Owen Sound, that's his name. Owen Sound, Ontario. And here's my opinion on Chandler Chada of Owen Sound, Ontario, being a lawyer. I paid him thousands of dollars, cash retainer. It was not, he was supposed to be a good lawyer, but I can see he's a complete government setup, this Chandler Chada. Never hire him, never get tricked to give this guy cash. He's simply a money hound. He's a criminal robber. He's not a lawyer. He didn't do anything for me. He's a horrible lawyer. Never hire Chandra Chadha. Be very careful of anybody named Chandra Chadha, anybody that recommends Chandra Chadha in that area, because it's all a big setup. So never trust any of these law enforcement over in that Walkerton, Ontario area. If you ever get caught up in Walkerton, never go to Walkerton, Ontario area or Bruce County at all. Try not to get affiliated with any of these people, really. But yeah, just specifically be careful for that region, because that's the region where I had to deal with. And I just want to talk about my lawyer specifically, Chandra Chadha. At the time, he was my lawyer. I just want to say to everyone, you know, I fired him. He's no longer representing me, but he continues to try to represent me. Even though I've made a legal verbal agreement to him multiple times telling him he is fired, he is fired, he is fired. You're not my lawyer, you're not my lawyer. He continues to try to represent me in a horrible fashion. And I just want to let everyone know, don't hire that lawyer. It's good, Cassie S. Yeah, I'm pretty tired too, but I was thinking I'll just do this quick, what do you call it, live stream, get it out there, because I'm supporting Donald Trump, and I'm supporting the reformation of the white race. And what I mean by that is, I just support the reformation of the white race. I want white children. Again, I want to have a white wife with beautiful white families, and I want to eradicate the Jews and the niggers. But I don't want to do it like that guy Dylan Roof did. But Dylan Roof, I'll agree, he's definitely a soldier for the white race. And I know, because I met Dylan Roof, he's being treated very fairly in the jail. He's being fed fairly well. Donald's actually quite a fan of the man. But the way he did it, at this current time, Dylan Roof is a political prisoner. He went in and he basically slaughtered multiple black families or whatever, you know, in that church. And I don't necessarily agree 100% how he did it. He should have been a little smarter and did it politically, and maybe got into office and then eradicated them that way. And that's what I'm trying to do. But we need your support. And one day I will make this a pledge. If Dylan Roof, if I feel like he's in a good mind state and he agrees with what I'm saying, because I'm very serious, if I see in his eyes even one time that he's anti-America, anti-white, anti-supremacy of the white race, if I even see the slight asphyxiation from our plan, he will be eradicated. I'll just eradicate Dylan Roof. But if he's still alive, if he hasn't been eradicated in that time, I would pledge, and if he's in a great mind state and all this and that, and he understands what his position was in our war to get the world back from the niggers and the Jews and all this, then most definitely I'd release him and give him a nice home and this and that. And that's just my personal opinion, because listen, I used to love black culture. I used to be a huge fan of the blacks. I even promoted Barack Obama to my mother. I got my mother to vote for Barack Obama. I hadn't tried promoting my father to vote for Barack Obama. But here's the thing. It was the worst decision ever, and there's really nothing I could do about it at the time. So I sort of had to go with it, because at the time I thought it was a good decision. But then once I started to realize, I started to get older, it all started to come together about this Barack Obama and these black people. And it's not healthy for me as a white individual to have a black individual in office. And let me explain that. You might say, well, I'm not racist. I love black people. But here's the thing, it's like, everyone's a little bit racist deep down, and if it's a black person in such power, everyone goes through like a night or a week or a couple weeks, they might like be super racist because someone disrespected them, someone of the other race disrespected them out in public. There could be many reasons. They watch a movie that really fired them up, and if this person's in power like Barack and you're a white person, well, now you just put yourself in the crosshairs, because Barack Obama doesn't really like you deep down. He hates you. He wants to eradicate you. So if you're white, wake up. Trump is in office. We do not have Barack Obama anymore. Yeah, he's powerful, but if you see him, spit on him, hit him. Tell him you're not in office anymore. Get out of here. Go enjoy your life, because he thinks he's still in office. And what I hear is he's trying to run for another 4 after he's trying to beat him. He's trying to go against the Constitution of the United States. And it's unjustifiable, and it's got to definitely be stopped. So I'm stopping it. It's going to be stopped. Don't worry. And that's what Donald thinks too. So, Donald Trump 2020, that's what it's going to be, and that's what it's going to be, period. There is no other option. It's Donald Trump, the wall, the eradication of these horrible individuals spreading this negative propaganda, period. And I know you think, well, StacksAMilli, weren't you used to be one of the spreaders of this evil propaganda? Well, yeah, I did. I got caught up when I was younger. I even caught the virus. Think of it like a virus. These black people and this black music and all this is a virus to the white culture. Let me just stand here so I can continue to talk. And I've even fallen for it. But I identified it, and I want you to identify it even sooner than I identified it, because it wasted a lot of my life. But thankfully I've identified it now, and I can change that. But there's some people that never identify it, and that's what we gotta stop before our country gets out of hand, before everything gets out. And I'm talking about the United States, I'm talking about Canada, I'm talking about North America in general. Canada and the United States are like this. It's basically almost the same country, okay? You have a small border up there, and the rest of the world is a different part of the world. Canada, yeah, the United States is a little bit more strict down there, and we're a little bit more open up here. But at the end of the day, it's still brother and sister, and they live in the same house, if you know what I mean. So basically that was that. I got my little speech off my chest for today. Go on YouTube, search up the StacksAMilli, or just StacksAMilli, StacksAMilli. You can go to my Twitter, the StacksAMilli, Instagram, the StacksAMilli, everything the StacksAMilli. What was I gonna say? If you need any really good marijuana or marijuana edibles, concentrates, the little tinctures that you can put under your tongue, THC and CBD, so ones that are going to mellow you out or get you really buzzed and stoned, you can go to myonlinedrugdealer.com. Free shipping worldwide, and that's what that is. So that's myonlinedrugdealer.com. You have options to buy marijuana bud, concentrates, wax, shatter, this and that, all of the highest quality. You can get any percentage that you need. If you're a big stoner and you need something, you don't feel like you're getting stoned no more, don't worry, we got that high quality stuff that is equipped to meet your needs, and without destroying your health. Everything's synthesized naturally and properly, and most of the stuff is free of solvents. So we're the biggest online distributor of marijuana and cannabis on the internet. We serve the whole world, and we're not even on the deep web. And I've talked to government officials, and there's laws that are going through. There's changes being made, big changes in the process. So just stay tuned, okay? Because the world is an ever-changing thing. Yesterday was yesterday, and today was today. So as long as there's today, there will be a tomorrow, and that's tomorrow is marked for change. So it's a day that you can mark change. I got 135 strains right here, no government involvement. Okay, but I'm sure you got some great strains. But I bet you myonlinedrugdealer.com has better. Period. I got even better. myonlinedrugdealer.com. You'll get AAA, Quad A plus. I bet you got great stuff too, sir. We can work together. I bet you got awesome stuff. So hit me up at StacksAMilli.com, and that's my email, or just send me a message on HereLive.me, and we'll see if I can add maybe some of your stuff to my website, myonlinedrugdealer.com. Check it out. Or even possibly you could do a video for my website, and that would be pretty cool. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna head out now, guys. That was my little talk for today. Sorry. I hope you think about what I was saying and really understand it. Maybe go do some research on Adolf, the Third Reich, Stalin, and all this, and see if it really would fit your life. Okay? He ships out 145 pounds a year. Peace out, man. Hit me up.